Hey, folks, John Duffin here with Duffin Media. Welcome back to another episode of Your Monday Motivation, where we get the chance to kickstart your week. And I'm joined, as always, by my partner in crime, rock star, superstar lender, Chad Levine. Good morning, buddy.
What's up, everybody? I know where the mode is. I know what the temperature is right now. And John and I have a big task in 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, we are going to turn everything around for you. And we're going to do that with some hearty perspective for people outside the Philadelphia area. You may be like, what are they talking about? Our Eagles lost the Super Bowl. Everyone is, I would say, wounded is the best way to put it right now. It's quiet, it's somber, but we're going to offer perspective, and everything we do is to try and be relevant and on point in terms of time. So we're going to make this a timely show and use what we're feeling to show you guys how to turn things around. Today's episode is all about, John,
resilience and building your foundation. Folks, that's a beautiful setup. So look, folks, I get it. If you're in Philadelphia, if you're from Philadelphia, if you were an Eagles fan, if you're a Super Bowl fan, you don't need a lot of explaining in terms of how things went down. Love the gear.
I'm still wearing it.
You got it. Listen, and that's one of the things that we'll touch on today. That you can't dismiss Rosalie McKenzie. That makes me so damn happy. Yay. Great to see you.
Listen, hi, Rosalie.
I love that you're here. And here's the thing. It takes so little on like a big game, such like that, to have your heart in this. You just said you're still wearing the gear. Great. Because that team, this Philadelphia Eagles team, and I'm going to steal from you to begin, has built such a solid foundation, played their hearts out yesterday, that it's tough to feel anything. I mean, sad, disappointed, sure. Got it. And I feel all those things. Let down, the ref, this, and all that. However, it's like, now what do you do? Now what do we do? You ain't all by yourself here. What do we do? Chad, do I have that at least beginning part okay?
I think it's good. I think I'm going to let you do your thing for the sake of time. We'll probably Jason, I know, has to get out of here in 10 minutes, but we're probably going to push him to 15 just because that's what I like to do. He can cuss me out. So, sorry, Jason.
That's right. That's right. But we respect him, Jason, to no end. Speaking of cornerstones and foundations, all the stuff is happening tech-wise because of Jason. So we respect your time too. I am ready to bang out that 2-minute quote whenever you are. Well, in the meantime, let's get it rolling. Look, folks, this is all about a cornerstone and a foundation. Our man, Chad Levine, came up with this great
quote. This is your quote, actually.
Oh, fine. Then I'll go with mine. I'm happy to do that too. Listen, so from acclaimed auteur Mike Tyson. How about the respect that you generate from Mike Tyson as the years go on, right? Funny, insightful. Here's the quote, though, folks. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. By the way, I'm noticing for myself, I keep touching the wrong eye. I look like I was in some kind of a bar fight yesterday. And the last time I was actually in a fight was 8th grade. So I don't know what this is about. But let me say, tough Super Bowl. Did you play, John? But here's the thing. These disappointments, to me, you could take so much bad from them, right? And I even know for myself this morning, where it was literally a case of, I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like getting up, and I don't feel like blah, 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 blah. However, when you have a proper foundation, when you have that cornerstone, this is why it's so important. All the things that we have talked about over the last several weeks, building that foundation, you definitely don't want to let this slide because of the fact that another team, another entity had a bad day. They lost. I'm sad. Get rid of that disconnect. That's where I am today as well, too. My job is to keep and build on my foundation, because the fact of the matter is the Eagles, as I looked up real fast, have built this foundation since 2002. This is a 20-year Jeff Lurie project, including throwing out a lot of the components after 2017. So the fact of the matter is, it's the foundation that matters so much. I don't have a strong enough foundation. My job is to keep building it. That's what I'm doing this week. And there's our 2 minutes.
Okay, I dig it. So I'll give you my interpretation of it all, because that's what we do. John does his and I do mine. So this is my thought on it. I've gone through the roller coaster of emotion from last night to today. And I always say to myself, so what am I taking from all of this? What's going on? When the dust settles, right? And everything's clear, there's got to be some movement from you, right? So, and let's go bigger picture. Whatever it is that you've done, you went to the Super Bowl in your field, and the outcome didn't go as planned, right? That didn't go as planned. So how do you rise from the ashes? How do you take this experience and turn it into a positive? How do you make it something that is a building block for you instead of something that keeps you down? This is how you're going to do it. I'm telling you how you're going to do it. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to find a reason, something that you're going to hold on to and use to rebuild that positive thought and that positive attitude. Now, if you're a leader, you're the person that's going to come up with that to build your team up. If it's you, and if you're not a leader and you're more of the follower, you're going to look towards that person. So we're giving you that perspective. We always go from the perspective of the leader. It's your responsibility as the team lead, right, to take adversity, to grow from it. So I'm going to use the Eagles as the parallel, all right, and draw it to us. What we found yesterday, which people don't realize, is regardless of the fact that we lost the Super Bowl, which sucks, I get it, it sucks. We found our franchise quarterback. Okay. Why is that so important? Because we've been struggling. And without that cornerstone piece, no matter what, everything else was floundering. You don't have an identity. And we all look back in 2017 and we know that it was a fluke. We know that it was just one of those random things and it was great and we enjoyed it. But what's the parallel here? The parallel is that when all of these things happen, you're looking for that one individual that rises, right? That one leader that's really coming out and showing the true character regardless of income. And that leader is going to carry you forward. So now let's give you the perspective of the leader. You're the leader, okay? You've now lost the biggest game on the biggest stage. How do you pull together the team and refocus and keep going? And I'm going to draw the parallel to the game. I know not everyone's a football fan. When he fumbles the ball and they score a touchdown, he's completely unfazed. The next series, he goes down and he scores again, and that shuts all the negativity down, right? So what do we learn from that? Obviously it's the positive, but what we learn from it is that you have to rest on the things that are what build you, what makes you strong, what makes you good at what you do, and use them to push you through the darkest of times. It's extremely, extremely important to understand that, because I faced it, you faced it, and there are times where you want to be negative. But what's going to pull you out of that is your ability to know who you are as a person, know the qualities you have that make you strong and make you good at whatever you do, and use those things to say, all right, I'm still breathing. I'm still alive. There's a lot of things that could have been worse. And now where do we go from here? Hungrier, stronger, and let me tell you something, more experienced. Okay? Right. Because at the end of the day, would it have been nice to win? Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. But now you have someone that's been there, right? And he's experienced. And just like the Phillies and just like the Eagles now, we are going to be much, much better. And the parallels you have to draw from that to what you're doing in your life and your business, right, is huge. It's huge. And that's where we have to go from here. And that's what needs to pull you out of this. It's the experience you gained being there and doing it and ensuring that you succeed the next time you're there.
Oh, it's beautiful. And you said something in particular. You said a lot that was great. Rosalie, exactly. This is a mindset.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. But the other part is this. You had said it's easy to turn negative, and I was going to take that one step further. And it's also easy to throw out what you've done because you think it's time to give up or, I'll never get back there again. And to me, the other takeaway is this. That you've got this foundation. You've earned the right in terms of the mindset to build on it. It is insane to think, oh, well, they didn't win the Super Bowl. Ditch the quarterback, ditch the coach, the foundation is so clearly strong. So my suggestion on top of that is simply this. Take a minute, a moment. Don't take all day. You don't need it to assess what you've done that is strong. For the Eagles, take this time. Look at this foundation. By the way, they got 2 first-round draft picks that are coming for next year. So it's like, but take a moment. What's good? Oh, that's good. Great team, great franchise quarterback, 2 first-round picks. Okay. Fill the holes. Second, where are you short business-wise? I need more. Figure it out and go get it. Figure it out and go get it. And
but John, let's even talk about one other thing that's important, right?
Yeah.
Because negative thoughts can fester. Negative things can be toxic. They can eat away at you, right?
Sure.
But what do you do? Think about it. What do you do in real life when those things happen? You give it a proper burial. You give it a proper funeral. So what you do is you take the time to mourn, right? Do it, but then close that chapter.
Exactly.
Because you're going to read about, like I read it this morning and I'm listening and I'm absorbing all of it. And it literally said, the one article says, literally, the NFL will not slow down while you're mourning over this loss. So how quickly are the Eagles already planning for the next season? Boom, like that. So for me, give it the burial, take all the negative and toxic, close that chapter, right? And now rest on the fact that you're unfazed as a leader. Stay unfazed. Rest on the experience and the knowledge you gained from it, and focus in on the next drive. That's it.
And help those, like you said, as the leader, you are responsible to help others see that too. Understand. I had a boss, former boss, love her to death, God rest her soul. When something adverse would take place, the coolest thing she ever did, and she did a lot of cool things. God bless you, Karen Graham. She was the best leader. She would literally come to the individual. She'd come over to me if there was like something turbulent or wrong, or she'd be like, JD, how's your head? How's your head? First time she was said, I was like, what? And when I realized she literally was coming to the individuals to allow you to accept the fact that something happened.
That's the burial.
Then that's your burial. And then it's okay. Got it. Closed it. And now we move on, like you said. And it was beautiful. And to me, as even now, like, so what? We've been in this for 13 minutes, right? I feel like in a way better place just in the fact that, and I got you, Rosalie, it isn't true. But the fact is, just acknowledge the fact that there's a hell of a lot of good from your life, from your business that you've already built. Don't throw it all away. Don't overly mourn. As Chad said, you do not need the week off or the day off or, I got to, get my voice back. I'll get, you don't need to. Allow the possibilities of continuing to build on your foundation. Accept, mourn, close, move on, and help somebody, for God's sake. Help somebody else too, Well,
as soon as you get it's as soon as you're back on the field, you're throwing the ball. And again, it's the symbolism, guys. I don't play football. But
and I know, folks, you're probably thinking I do. But hey, stop laughing. Anyway, go ahead, Coach.
No, it's just I want everyone to understand, and this is the key for today. It's the resilience, right? Yep. It's finding the leader to cling on to, because that leader is what I'm excited because we have a franchise quarterback.
Damn
To
right.
me, that is going to be not just a fluke. The difference between now and 17 is that this isn't a fluke. You know, and this isn't a fluke. This is now going to be success is going to become the norm for us. We have a cornerstone piece. We have the piece to build around. If you're the leader, you have to be that piece to build around.
Exactly.
You're responsible for pulling people out of the ashes. Give it the burial. Let them do their the eulogy. Give it the eulogy. Give it the eulogy so that you feel good about it. And then move on. And that's it.
And that's it. And folks, for today, it's like we accept, acknowledge, mourn, move on. And that's what we're doing as well, too. I'm excited for, like I said, personally, I'm excited because I get this chance this week. I get to speak at Temple University, and I'm really excited for this.
Nice.
So for myself, it's building on the foundation that doesn't become a one-off.
Nice.
Right? I'm preparing personally for the fact that I want to leverage the fact not just my coaching business, it's my coaching business and the public speaking opportunity. So I invested the time to make certain that it's like, okay, what's the lead behind I'll have there? What is the, I'm bringing people to film it. I say all of this because the foundation that I'm looking to build has more to do with individual opportunities. It has a lot more to do than that. And it's optimizing, maximizing those opportunities. Buddy, for you, you've got so much cool stuff going on. What are you thinking in terms of this week?
Yeah, for me, it's just it's dialing in more. I think it's a lot of fluff. Like I get involved in the bushes.
Yeah.
I got to get back to the roots.
Okay,
I got to get back to the roots. The roots are what fortifies you. And don't lose sight on everything that you need to make those bushes flare. I get excited in doing all the fun stuff that looks sexy and good, but at the end of the day, you need those roots. So I'm getting back to the roots this week.
I love it.
Yeah.
So, brother, we're gonna let our tech person rock and roll. And folks, we are all gonna rock and roll. I am so damn grateful that we got this chance to have another episode of Your Monday Motivation, where Chad Levine, what do we get to do?
Give you your weekly kick in the arse.
Never gets old. Folks, John Duffin here with Duffin Media. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a fantastic day, and we will talk soon. Be well. Bye.